Inner conversation.
What's poppin', YouTube? We had another Beamin's Vibe session. You know what it is, another episode. I got my brother in here, my boy X. He out here from Dallas, out here visiting and shit for the weekend. We're gonna talk about a couple topics or whatnot. I was talking about him earlier. I was telling him about like the eras of basketball in high school, and I was asking him like, what was some of your best players out of your era, which you graduated with? 2011. So, and then I was talking about my era that I thought was dope. So we're gonna go back and forth for that. If you're from Washington, Seattle, Tacoma area, I'd like y'all to kick some feedback and let me know who you thought was nice or somebody who should have went somewhere or who's nice basketball wise. Either way, so I'm gonna start off with him and then I'm gonna talk about I graduated in 05, he graduated in 11, so I'm gonna ask him because he actually played basketball and was really nice back then. So I was talking about his area because I actually graduated a little bit before him, so I'm not familiar with a lot of people. It makes me want to go back and look and check out, see what's going on and shit like that. So let's go to it. What school did you go to again?
Man, I went to Mount Tahoma.
Mount Tahoma?
Mount Tahoma. I moved out here from Oklahoma in 9th grade.
Okay.
Went to Bethel.
Okay.
For my 9th grade year, and then transferred to Mount Tahoma. And then ever since then, it was just on and popping.
Okay. So what was some of the night when you was graduating? You played basketball. Did you play basketball at Mount Tahoma?
I did play.
Okay. You played Mount T. Who was like some of the nice people that who was really nice, or who were the top suspects of that era for you? Like you thought was the nicest at that time?
Yeah, I mean, when I first got to Mount T my sophomore year, obviously everybody had heard of Abdul and Avery. Abdul Gaddy was definitely one of them guys in Tacoma. Obviously Seattle guys like Peyton Siva, Tony Roden. It was a lot of great players in the Washington State, man. Even our sophomore class at that time, me, Devontae Lacey, everybody, Don Will from Curtis, D Will, Mikey Hope. It was a lot of good talent in Tacoma at that time.
Dope. I definitely want to go back and see if I can go on YouTube and see something, because some of these I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I was out of school at that time. When I was in school at that time, the nice players was like Leonard White, Justin Hawk, Greg Shadowvine, Barry Ward, Marcus Hinton, Aaron Brooks, Lodrick and Roderick from Seattle. You got Nate Robinson. You got Rodney Stuckey.
Legend.
You know what I'm saying? That's people that when I was in school then watching them guys, I'm like, damn, like the basketball games back then was like damn near NBA games. That's beside to go to the games. And it was dope to watch two different schools. They had good players, and it's like good to watch that and see. But it was like some people that's like, I see them around, I'm like, damn, you supposed to be in the NBA, you know what I'm saying? Like they were just they were that nice to me when I went, to school, because I played basketball a little bit, but I wasn't in the deep as they was. So I'm watching them guys, I was a fan too, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, you niggas is nice and shit like that. So it was just dope that I'm just glad I got to see that in my era, and saying that I want to get familiar with people in your era, and I'm gonna go back and definitely double back and look at that shit like that. But
it was definitely I heard of them guys before I moved out here.
Okay.
So it was, it was always like, damn, I missed out on a show or, that era before I moved out here, because everybody was telling me about the Barry Wards, the Justin Holtz, things of that sort. So, man, it was, I would say Tacoma, man, Washington in general, man, you can put them up with anybody in the U.S. as far as like hoop-wise.
100%.
We don't duck no smoke, and we'll give anybody that work, honestly.
Let me ask you this: if you can go back in time and say you go back and live your high school years, what would you change? Like, is there anything that you would change, like that now going back? Like, what would you tell your younger self in high school? Like, if you was like playing basketball wise, would you still choose the same choices you chose now, or just different things you would have did? You feel like you would have did?
I live with no regrets. I would say if I had to go back and tell my younger self something, it would just stay the course, because being new to a state, trying to prove myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be extra and stuff, things of that sort. But no, I wouldn't change, my high school route. I had a blast, met some dope people, accomplished a lot. So it was cool, man.
Nah, that's what's up. Let me ask you, what was you like? Because I know you actually reside in Dallas right now, right?
Yeah.
What was like the ultimate goal that made you want to move from out of here? Like, what was the reason? Do you like you like staying where you're at? Do you think about coming back? What is like the transition for you that you think that like, what's like the pros and cons that you feel like you accomplished like from moving out there from out here? You know what I'm saying? Is there anything that you miss from out here, or is it like things that you like that out there more? Like what is like the life like? What's the difference to you like living wise?
Definitely. I mean, you know, I'm in the South, so it's different than the Northwest. But you know, being out in Dallas, I just feel like I wouldn't say more opportunities, but it's definitely more. It's more things to do, you know. I don't like being stagnant and stuck in one place. So I feel like, you know, my time in Tacoma kind of ran its course a little bit. So I wanted to go out there and spread my wings and, you know, try something new. I'm all about trying something new and trying new things in life. So that's why I really took that leap of faith to go out to Dallas and, you know.
So what's like? What do you think? Like, what's the difference between you What's the difference between Dallas and Washington to you? Like, what's the pros and cons? What do you like about Dallas that you don't like about Washington, and what do you like about Washington that you don't like about Dallas? Like, what do you feel like? How did it outweigh or something like for you? You know what I'm saying?
You know, being in Dallas, all I got is family. Out here, it's a lot of vibes, a lot of friends that I know. So you know, being in Dallas, I love it. Obviously, we're not used to the heat.
Yeah, the heat.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Out here it's 70, 80, we
God.
hot. You know what I'm saying? Out there it's 110, 115, so it's blazing. But you know, just being out there with, you know, not knowing anybody, you know, trying to put my foot in the imprint, you know, make a name for myself out there on the hoop scene as far as like being a coach. Love being out here. I love the views. I love being around water. You know, Texas don't got that out there. You know, I'm just a vibe person. I like to, you know, just vibe and, you know, chill out. I'm chill. I'm not extra. So that's what I like to do.
Yeah, what I liked about Dallas, being going out there and visiting you, y'all showing me a lot of love out there, and just the food, the vibe, the energy. I like the scenery. Like even like Washington, when I think about Washington, I kind of felt like I reached my peak out here. I feel like I'm overdue to get to another state. You know, like I love Washington. I think it'd be a dope place to visit. I might retire here. I feel like I come back older, but I feel like at my age now, I do want to experience something different. But I really like even Houston food wise, the you know, the nightlife and stuff. I feel like there's a lot more things to do. Washington's a beautiful state. There's not much to do for me personally.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're a person that's not from out here, it might be more exciting for you. But for me, I just feel like, you know, it rains a lot, shit like that.
It's slower out here.
It's a little slower.
It's slower, which is
like,
cool at the same time.
we get things late too. I don't like.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I like. I don't like. Cause like say we got Chick-fil-A like years later. No, everybody's excited
The
for
first
that.
Chick-fil-A that came by the mall.
And that motherfucker was packed.
And it's still packed to this day.
Like, I'm like, how we? But when you go to other states, they've been had. They don't meet nobody here like that. It's like crazy. What's like some of the like? I mean, so if somebody hasn't been to Dallas before, what's like the top? Where would you advise them to go? Like, since somebody's going out there for 4 days for a weekend,
Right.
What spots would you advise them to hit? Like, what's good spots to hit? Like, as far as food and club wise, like night going out and shit.
I would definitely, you know, advise going to Deep Ellum. It's like a block.
Did we go there?
We went to Deep Ellum. Yeah.
Is it that black thing on Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay.
The block thing on Sunday.
that's just a
Definitely
vibe.
go to
For
Deep
sure.
Ellum. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
It's about 3-4 blocks of just clubs and bars. You know, you can brunch. You can day party, you know, get lit by 4 o'clock and then get back home and get ready for work the next day on a Sunday. But as far as that, food-wise, I mean, Dallas has a lot of options of food. I mean, it just depends on what you like. You know, Texas is known for barbecue. Barbecue is good. They got Tex-Mex, which is like Mexican Texas food, which is pretty decent. I think the West Coast got it on the Mexican food, though.
Yeah, for sure. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't nothing like that. I didn't know like. I love Mexican food. That's like one of my top on my list. So like when I went to LA, I know they got a lot of when they say when I was learning, people kept saying authentic Mexican food, and I didn't really know the difference. You know, I'm going to Montezuma's and shit like that. And it's still good, but I'm saying when you go to there and you go to the like little hole in the wall spots,
Yeah.
it hit different. Oh my Lord, it hit different.
So what was your perspective on Dallas when you went?
When I went, man, it was a vibe, and it's like the sun, the people was nice. Even the people you introduced me was hella cool. I just think it was just like, you know, being in Washington my whole life, really, and, you know, traveling here and there, and my first time going out there, I just like the hospitality the most. I like there's a lot of food spots. I like a lot of things about it. It was just a dope experience for me overall. I could picture myself staying there, you know what I'm saying? Not many places I can picture myself staying. I can picture like, you know, I actually enjoy it, so I recommend people, if you have never been to Dallas before, Texas is definitely a vibe. Pull up for sure.
Got to experience it.
The only thing I didn't like about Dallas was the you can't buy bottles on Sunday. That's the only thing that's different.
Can't buy bottles on
Sundays.
Sundays.
That's a little thing, though.
Right.
That's like little, because you go buy your bottle on Saturday and be good. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
if you're not used to that, if you come on a Saturday and you done ran your bottle out, Sunday you gotta buy shots at the bar. You kind of like
Exactly.
one of them. You kind of
out here it's like the liquor store closed at you can get liquor till 2.
Yeah.
So in Texas it's like okay, Sundays is closed, but every other day of the week is closed at 9:00. You can't get nothing past 9.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
That's where.
But see, the thing out here, the thing I like about here, like even though you can't get your alcohol till 2, they got all these extra taxes. So that's the thing that we kind of gave up when it was like, okay, you guys don't want liquor stores no more. We're gonna put it in a regular store for y'all. But now we're gonna put this liquor tax on it on top of this liter tax and all this dumbass shit. So now you buy a bottle for $20 and you leaving at the store, it's $39. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing that kind of kills it. You know, it kind of sucks on that part, but. For the most part, I think Dallas. I like Dallas. I like Houston. Houston was a vibe too. I think
Houston is a vibe for sure.
I advise if you go to Houston, go to Turkey Lake Hut. Oh my God!
You gotta hit Turkey Lake Hut.
You gotta hit Turkey Lake Hut. You gotta
get there early.
You gotta get there early because you ain't gonna get in. We got lucky. You got in. You gotta hit camp. You gotta hit address. You gotta hit Lost and Found. I say it's hot out there, so it's good to get we had got one of them spider bikes. That was fun. We got one of those spider bikes, shit. Little 4-wheel bikes. I say get one of them. It's definitely a vibe. Get your Airbnb, go visit out there. It's definitely a whole little vibe.
Definitely.
I loved it, man, for real. So like, let me ask you this then. Since you're not actually playing basketball, you're coaching now. What's the difference for that for you? Did you are you teaching the kids like things that you was doing in school when you played basketball? Like, what's the difference between coaching and playing for you? Like, it keeps you in the sport, obviously, if it's a passion for you. So, what's the difference between actually playing and now coaching?
For me, with coaching, it's just showing them the right way, man. So if you go on Instagram and you go on a lot of these pages that's marketing these kids, it's just they're not showing them the right way of how to play basketball the right way. My thing is just showing them the right way, the fundamentals. Board man gets paid. That's how I grew up on. Just showing them the right way to get to. To do their thing, man, and build confidence within their character. Because growing up, thankfully this not happened to me, but there was a lot of kids that their confidence got shook by their coach because they're telling them, you're not playing, you're not doing good, things of that sort. So my main thing is just building confidence with them, letting them learn from their mistakes and letting them know, that you're doing good. This is what we can work on, and how we can improve at the same time. So I love being a coach.
That's dope. Let me ask you this then. Like, I always ask people this when they come on here. What do you think the pros and cons is about social media? How do you feel about social media? Do you feel like it's a good thing, bad thing? What do you feel about your outlook on it? What's your outlook on is it good for relationships? Is it good for networking? What's the pros and cons for social media for you as far as being on it? What do you think?
I think networking, it can be good, but you just have to run into the right person, because I think a lot of people in this era now are not genuine about what they're coming across with other people. You know what I'm saying? They trying to benefit themselves. So as long as you coming around somebody, to benefit yourself, and as long as helping somebody else and being a positive impact, I think that's straight. Now, as far as relationship goes,
it can go left.
It can go left, or it can be a good thing. People can look at you as relationship goals, or they can look at you, or if you're in a relationship, you know how it goes. Liking a female picture.
Yeah.
That's when things go left. Now, is it that serious when you like a female picture if she got over 100-something likes? You know what I'm saying? I think that's an insecurity thing at the same time.
It could be. I think the same way about it. Like, as far as relationship wise with social media, I'll say the good what I think of social media. I think if you got social media, use the platform to network, build your brand, whatever you're trying to sell, whether you got a YouTube, music, whatever, they use it for that. But I think relationship wise, I say tread cautious. And what I mean by that, I used to think liking pictures was an insecure thing, but when I really thought about it, deep talking to homegirls and people like that, I'm like, do I really need to like this picture? And the reason I feel like that, I didn't think it was that big a deal until you're dating a woman, what women will think, say you're liking a girl with a big ass. It can make the woman you're dealing with feel insecure. They're like, oh, well, does he like that over mine? You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's and then in my mind, to me, I'm like, is it a big deal that do I think it's a big deal liking the picture? No. But then if I'm dating a woman, it's a big deal that I don't like the picture. No, either. You know what I'm saying? It's like, true. I can still look without liking it, because I don't think any female want to see their nigga under a bunch of pictures. But it's all to your relationship wise. To me, it doesn't really bother me. Like, if I'm dealing with a woman and she's she feels a way about it, it doesn't make a big deal for me not to like your picture. I ain't gotta like. I can still look, but I'm not gonna like it because I feel like it just gives that reassurance for a woman's looking like, okay, you like this picture, like this picture. All you're doing is liking chicks with big asses pictures, and say your chick ain't got a big ass.
Right.
And I feel like it kills that in a way too. I think the bad for me, I feel like women will see women on there like say, get their body done. They're doing workout videos,
Right.
and they're thinking that. I feel like it could be a misconception from this. Like say, I think where it fucked up with women wise, I feel like women will go on there and they'll look and see girls with their body, their body's done up and they're doing workout videos. I think that's kind of corny because I feel like it's giving a misconception, like making it seem you got your body from working out when you didn't. And girls are like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I need to go work out and get this, and you're kind of sitting there. You went and got your body done. You didn't really get it from working out. Not saying you can't. You got to maintain it and stuff.
For it.
You pay for it,
yeah.
Which I feel like if you do, you know what I'm saying. If you did pay for it and stuff, nothing wrong with that. Don't get it wrong. Nothing wrong with that. But I just feel like we got to stop giving that misperception of like we're showing somebody that makes it seem like we worked for this, but we really didn't. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a cheat code. That's the only thing I like about social media. I feel like people always show the good. They don't show the bad. They don't show the work. People show like the finished product.
I think social media is fake.
100%.
Yeah,
I think so,
it's fake. And, people cap a lot on there.
Oh, 100%. Whether it's niggas, females,
when it comes to like a relationship, long as you got an open, relationship with your partner,
for sure.
Then there shouldn't be any issues. You know what I'm saying? That should be established before y'all even get serious.
100%. I'm big on that.
So,
I'm big on that. Like
this is a communication thing.
100%.
Honestly.
I'm big on that. When I deal with a woman, I like to basically like lay out what it is, what I don't like, what I like, and I want her to do the same. Because like things that I might like or might think's okay, you might not think's okay. I think it's all about compromise both ways. Because it might be things that she thinks okay that I might not like. So it's like it's good to get that good communication and get that out there, so we both on the same field. We know what's going on with our partner and that type of aspect when it comes to social media and stuff like that. But I definitely say, don't let social media fuck up a good thing. Don't let social media overtake your life, and don't get too sucked up in it. I feel like people will wake up every day and have to be on there and have to post a picture and have to do that when we forget that this is not our reality outside of that. And you can waste a lot of time being sucked up into that than really getting on your grind and getting to the real bag in real life and really focusing on that. Like I like to personally take breaks off there sometimes. I like go off there for a couple weeks and do shit like that just so I don't get a loss of my life, and we focus on what I need to go, my goals and shit like that. Don't get me wrong, it's fun to go on there and stuff like that, but a lot of people get sucked up and caught up in it at the same time, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
I mean, that's why I really don't post much.
Yeah, I noticed that you be kind of like laid back.
I be chilling, you know what I'm saying? Like I really don't post much, I do a lot of fun shit in my life that I don't post, but at the same time, everybody got an opinion nowadays, you know what I'm saying? And not us, but a lot of people are basing their life on social media, how my picture looks, how many likes I got, you know what I'm saying, things of that sort, and that can fuck up somebody's mentality. So I just like to live in the present and then just have fun with my guys and my family and chill out.
Nah, 100%, 100%. I notice now that I'm getting older, I'm more like, I don't like the same things I used to like, obviously, when I was 20, like as far as like clubbing and shit like that. I like to like try to explore different things. I want to travel, you know what I'm saying? I want to invest. I want to do different things that I didn't, I was about clubbing and going out and having fun. But when you get older, you kind of, your mindset's in a different place. Like you more focused on different things. So that's where I'm kind of like in my life that I've, grown and got older, that I want to, expand my horizons, be open to different things, open my mind up and try different things, step out my comfort zone. I think a lot of times us as people, we get stuck in our comfort zone sometimes and don't get to explore different things, you know what I mean?
We get comfortable and then, it's hard to step out and get out that comfort zone of what you're saying, 100%. Because we're not used to it. So, that's just what life is about, taking that leap of faith, stepping outside that comfort zone and just being yourself and not worried about what the next person got to say about you.
No, 100%.
So,
100%. 100% on that. I feel you on that. So, is there let me ask you something, like, far as like dating wise, like, so if you're dating a woman or something, what is some of your like deal breakers? Like, if you meet a woman off bat, you know what I'm saying? Right. And you like, we meet women, me if I looks, she's bad and shit, say like, hey, you kick it with a female. What is like some deal breakers for you, like right off the bat? Like, you kick it with a female, she does this, I can't fuck with it, or like, what's your pros and cons with that? If you're dating a woman, what's your pet peeves that you don't like, when it ain't for you, and what's some things that you do like?
I'm pretty simple. I mean, when it comes to like females, as long as you're loyal, as long as you can communicate well, as long as you obviously you got to look good, and you can come for me. But my pet peeves, obviously, it's like not even like a pet peeve. It's just like I'm big on hygiene.
I'm big on that too.
I'm big on hygiene. You know what I'm saying? You come around me, you got some of your teeth. You know what I'm saying? Your breath stinky a little bit. you know what I'm saying, your hair ain't done all the way. Like, what you doing with yourself?
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm
You gotta
big on
take care
that.
of yourself as a grown ass woman.
That's
You
my
know what
top
I'm saying?
5. That's my top 5 for sure.
So just being a grown woman, handling your business, being able to take care of your bills, being able to take care of yourself, be independent, don't come, you know, asking with the handout.
Yeah, I don't
you know
like
what I'm saying.
that.
There's a lot of females these days that want a handout.
I just posted that. I just posted this today. I seen like a meme, and the dude was like, "You want to test your female loyalty? Play broke." I said, "Ooh, that's crazy. I never thought about that." But that's got some real shit because you got to know, like, as a man, if you got your shit together, like, say you're a celebrity or something,
Right.
you got to know, is a woman really dealing with me, or she dealing with me for who I am or what I got? So
Exactly.
that's a scary thing because, like, you got to always remember, like, you could be in a good position, but you got to know you got a partner that's gonna be down with you, whether it's good or bad.
Exactly,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
you know your other half is to help you build up. So
100%.
If you down, she's supposed to build you up. If she down, you're supposed to build her
Yeah,
up.
we lost that though. I think we lost that in
We
today's
definitely lost
age.
that.
Like, you might get a woman that's more like, okay, he got his shit. You say, I was saying this to somebody else. Like, you could dating wise now. Say you rich, you got all this money. Chicks dating you, oh, cause he got this, right? But then sometimes you can get caught up in that too, like thinking that she really fuck with you, and then say you lose it all,
Right.
and then she ready to bounce. Like, this nigga, that ain't a right. So you got to kind of know how to decipher that, because you can put yourself in a bad position where, you know, you got to know somebody's going to be with you for the good or the bad, regardless. And that's how a relationship is. If you, like you said, if a woman ain't got it, is you my chick, I'm gonna hold it down. And likewise, if my shit go bad, you supposed to motivate me to get it back.
But you can't hold it down for so long if she's a bum.
I get that's what
So
I'm saying.
she has to have like a
100%
mentality of
100%. So I'm more like this when I say that. I'm not big on, like, say, like, if I meet a woman and say she stays with her mom or something, right? You got to be trying. And that's my thing, is like, if you're telling me the reason why I moved back with my mom to stack this money, I'm going back to school, this is my plan, I can fuck with you more than you saying you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
So my thing is, like, I'm big on, like, not saying you got to have it all, as long as you have some plan and you're telling me a strategy. So I'm not going to always X you out just because you're doing bad at the moment, as long as you're telling me why your plan is. Because I understand life is hard and bills is hard, and sometimes you got to take steps back to move forward. So I can understand, you know, going back to your parents' house and stacking for a year while you're going to school so you can get you this, you know, get this goal or get this job so you can get back out there and be in a better position than you was. You know what I mean? So I'm big on that. Like, so I don't really judge too much off, you know, having stuff. It's more like, as long as you got a plan and you're trying and you're telling me what you're trying to do, I can respect that and I can motivate that and try to help that on my side. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard out here. I mean,
100%.
The economy we living in it's hard. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you trying and you got a goal, I'm goal oriented. So you got a goal for yourself. Shit, I'm support you. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, it ain't nothing like that where I'm judging you or anything, because we all have been through some shit.
Oh, 100%.
So
100%. It's about, basically nowadays, I feel like the times we're in, it's about having multiple streams of income. I feel like a job ain't just gonna cut it nowadays. I feel like things are getting more expensive. So it's about getting out there and trying to find something else to do to get more money from. Whether you're high, I don't give a fuck, you selling food on the side or whatever. You're good at cooking, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You got a job, do your little hustle on the side, flip them plates on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. If you got a YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Shoot them vlogs, get that shit going. You doing music, you selling clothes, whatever the case may be. It's about, you know, I feel like a job's supposed to just help sponsor your dream. So you're supposed to be using that money to sponsor whatever else you're trying to do outside of that until that takes off. You know what I'm saying?
Invest in yourself.
Big on investing in yourself. That's what
invest in yourself, and then move into, you know, working for yourself. I think that's everybody's ultimate goal.
Be
in life.
your own boss.
Exactly. Because I don't think anybody wants to work for, you know, another man or another woman. You know, invest in yourself, and once you get to a point where you can, you know, quit your job and, you know, invest in yourself and pursue what you love, then do it. So that's what I'm big on now. You know, that's what I'm big on now for sure.
Nah, hell yeah. So what's some of your goals? What's something that you want to do with your life? You got any future things that you want to do, or like anything you looking forward to, like you working towards right now, or what's going on, how you want to move with your life right now, as far as where you trying to move forward to, what you got going on that you trying to do?
Man, I'm a sports junkie, so I just want to be, you know, have my own way, create my own lane in Dallas, as far as like being a good trainer, a good coach. And my number one thing is just, you know, being a good dad as well, you know, putting my daughter in position to be, you know, financially stable, mentally stable, and know the ins and outs of life as a young lady, as a young woman, as she's starting to grow. You know what I'm saying? So just putting her in position, putting her on game to, you know, what this life is going to bring her in the next few years. and you know how we can manage this and take off and things of that sort.
So let me ask you this thing, because I don't have any kids, so I like to ask this question to prepare myself for when the day I do have a kid, or if I don't, I just like to get insight from somebody that's already been there and done that. So like, when you became a father, what do you feel like the big difference was, like, changed you? You know, what changed you? Like, do you feel like, that once you had your daughter, it changed you and made you want to go harder and do different things? Or like, how was it being a father? You know what I'm saying? How do you like that? You know what I'm saying? What was like, what do you get out of life after you had your daughter? Obviously, it probably changed you in a way, but I just want to get how did it change you as a person?
I think it changed me as a person to open up the real of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, before, I had a daughter, I was, obviously in college, balling, getting turned up, doing what college people do. And then once you have a kid, you got another life to take care of. So all your stuff gets put to the side for a little bit. You got to make sure they straight. You gotta put on for them. You can't stop. You can't call off work. You can't, miss a shift. You gotta turn up for them. You gotta lead by example for them, and let them know you a leader. You a leader of the household. Being a father to a girl, you gotta show them unconditional love. Show them how a man is. So once they get out there and they're dating or whatever they're doing, they seen it from their father, and they know how a man's supposed to be and treat them.
So let me ask you this, because they say the biggest players are dudes that had girls, that in their life when they were younger have daughters. So do you feel like it changed you how you want to represent yourself to your daughter so she can know what a man is and stuff like that? Like, I'm pretty sure, not saying that I don't know how your past life was. I'm pretty sure you had pretty females on you and shit like that. Not to say that I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, once you had a daughter, did it make you feel like, damn, I got a daughter, I don't want her to like think of men in this way. I want her to know when she do get a man what kind of man she need to be looking for. I want to set an example. Like, that's
exactly. Just setting an example. Showing her unconditional love. I'm big on that. It's my daughter. You know what I'm saying? That's my heart.
I see that.
Soft.
I see
that.
When it comes to her.
So
I see we should be calling you out. You running. I gotta go home.
You gotta set the example for your kids, man. Especially little girls out in this age, man, because it's easy to get influence from other men. You know what I'm saying? Everybody done seen it, as a young age, females want love that don't have the father figure in their home.
Yeah.
They look for love from another man, and that's how they end up pregnant. That's how they end up, abandoned. They feel lost, end up with mental issues. So, just staying consistent in your child's life, whether you got a son or a daughter, I think it's very important, especially in this day and age, man. It's not easy being a parent, but as long as you're trying and you there actively, then I think everything should be straight.
100%. Because I be thinking about, like, a lot of shit I was doing when I was young. I was like, man, if I had a daughter and she ran into like the younger me, nigga, I wouldn't know what to do, bro. Because I wasn't out of pocket. I ain't gonna front with you.
My daughter ran into me.
I'm not going for you. It's out to kill that nigga. You gotta go, little nigga. You gotta be. I know all the little tricks. I know what you doing, nigga. That ain't happening. You ain't about to do my baby like that.
No,
Fuck
not at
that,
all. So,
nigga.
I'm trying to shelter her from, kind of not from the reality of men, just trying to shelter her from that part of shit, because you can fall into that shit.
100%.
You can fall into it, especially being in a town like this, or no matter where you at. You know what I'm saying? So. Just growing up, I think I was destined to have a daughter because, shit I was doing, so, it's cool.
I feel like that fucking. I want a boy so bad, but I feel like I'm end up having a girl. I already know.
You definitely gonna have a girl.
They gonna set me. I know they gonna set me back. Like, yeah, nigga, you was running around there. Now, bow. Here you go. Here you go. What you gonna do? How you gonna do it? You know what I'm saying?
And it's gonna put stuff in perspective. Like, certain shit is not gonna matter. Like, when you have a kid and you have that unconditional love, like that love when you have for a kid is a different love.
I hear that. They say that it's like
a different love. It's a different love.
You can't even explain. So
yeah,
it's different.
Motherfuckers gonna hit you up like, oh damn, let's go hit the club. And you see your kid like chilling. We watching Disney. We watching. You know what I'm saying? We chilling. So that's the main thing. But still having time for yourself. Make time for yourself and don't lose track of your goals. Even though you have a kid, your life ain't over. You still gotta maintain your goals and shit like that. So as long as you balance shit out and plan shit the right way, you're gonna be just straight.
Yeah, I was thinking about that now. Like, even like I was talking to somebody recently too about say if I'm dating a woman with kids, what turned me off? If a woman bring me to around her kids too soon.
You can't do that.
I never I know I wouldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I think it's weird because like you know, your kids are like sponges; they soak up everything. So
Exactly.
if they seen a different nigga come in or a different woman come in, that's not a good look.
Because you're not the first man they brought around.
Exactly.
So
I wanted to say just to women out there, if you dating and stuff, there's nothing wrong with dating and stuff, but hold off on bringing people around the kids because kids don't want to see a different man coming around. Or if you're a man, you got a daughter or a son or whatever, you don't want to bring too many people around them without knowing it, unless we got something established, like we know it's a short thing, we're trying to build something.
Exactly.
But just right off the bat doing that always been a turn off for me when a woman's like bringing niggas around too quick and shit like that. I couldn't do that.
No, I couldn't do it either. And then, so let me ask you. So you're a little older, right?
Yeah.
So what's your limit on you dating now and she has kids? Like, what is your cutoff? Like, okay,
Like
I fuck with her, but she got 4 kids. Cause you fuck with a shorty that got 3 or 4 kids.
I think that many might be too much for me. Like 3 or 4. I think I can do 2, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But even 2 is like kind of like pushing it. But it's like, and it depends how I go off of different things. You got to be like your age, how old the kids are,
right?
How you deal with them, because that's a whole like you got to think when you're dating a woman with kids. It's not only you're dating a woman, you're also dating with the kids too. You're taking the kids to some extent. You know what I'm saying? So you got to
deal with the other shit as well.
Yeah, you got to deal with other
baby
shit.
fathers.
If they got a big wild baby father, they don't got to understand what that. So that's a whole different topic. Like I like to ask questions and see what's going on as a baby dad in their life. Then even that is like kind of thing because it's like, does he still like you? Is he still dealing with that? Is he a crazy motherfucker? Be acting weird? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm very respectful of kids. So like, say if I'm dating a woman with a kid. One night, if the baby dad's in the life, I'm a person I like to meet them. You know what I'm saying? Like, when eventually gonna come around to that, because I don't want it to be to let them know that it's not like, you know, say I'm dealing with your woman, I'm never gonna put my hands on your kids or nothing like that. That's her job, but I still will be a good example around them. You know what I'm saying? So I would never treat them no kind of way. I personally love kids. I love kids to death. That's a big thing for me with kids. And then the thing with me with kids is like I don't like. If I'm rocking with a female, I gotta know we really rocking before I introduce the kids, because I might get attached to the kids more than you. You know what I'm saying? I done had a situation like that where I dated a woman and she was on some fuck shit playing games and shit, but she introduced me to her kid, and it's like, damn, we you know, she knew I liked the kid so much that when I wasn't trying to fuck with her no more, she was a kid against me. Like, you just gonna do us like that, and like, I knew she might, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you gotta be cautious with that, because
you definitely do.
When you got a kid, you think about you been around the kid, and the kid like you too, and they asking where you at, and y'all fall out. I be feeling bad about that type of shit. I don't be feeling bad about the woman. I feel bad that damn, I done got a connection with this kid too. It's not just you.
Because it's fucked up. But you know, kids are emotional. They get attached easily, just like you said. So. If a woman is introducing you to the kid and you just bounce out their life, then the kid's just like, damn, I feel abandoned.
Exactly. So, and I don't like letting nobody down. I don't want to feel like, damn, he just came around and left me hanging. Or we might say, like you said, say if they got a kid and the dad ain't been in their life. Now you've been around. You kind of like the male figure that they ever been around. So there might be there's things that they're getting from you that they might not get from their mom. You know what I'm saying? So I'm big on like, I always tell a woman like, if we serious what we doing before you do this, because I don't want to get attached to the kid and you out here doing some fuck shit, because I'm not going to let things fly. I'm not going, you're going to be out here cheating and running around doing crazy shit, and I'm going to just stay with you. You know what I'm saying? That's not happening. So it's like, make sure you all the way in before you do that, because like you said, it's not only your emotions that you're playing with your kids too at the same time. So you got to be real cautious about bringing kids around. So let me ask you this though. So say you say like your baby mom, you know, you have a kid or whatever, and say she was a dating nigga or something like that. How do you feel about going about the situation? You cool with you know what I'm saying? I know you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but say,
no, I answer.
Are you cool with a nigga be around, or how do you need to have a conversation with him before she brings somebody around? Or
of course.
Like, what's the situation? Like,
of course.
How would you go about that situation?
I think with like, so my relationship with my daughter is kind of unique. Like we're like this, like we're inseparable. We're best friends. So if she was to bring another man around her, you know what I'm saying, I would make sure like, you know, he's a good man, he's respectable, know who the fucking father is at the same time. Then you ain't. I'm the dad. You know what I'm saying? Like you just be there. You know what I'm saying? And I can't tell you how to act within your own household at the same time. But you know what I'm saying? Discipline wise, just. My thing is, I don't want no drama. You know what I'm saying? Open communication.
I'm big on that too, yeah.
I would have a conversation with her. Obviously, she would definitely tell me like, okay, I'm feeling this guy or whatever. I want to bring him around me and introduce him. Mm-hmm. And then, we just go from there. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how it's going to go. Mm-hmm. But
is there like any boundaries? Is there boundaries? Like, do you feel like there's gotta be certain like boundaries or respect with certain things? Like, you're like, okay, like he can be around, but he can't whip my daughter. Like, how you feel like this?
Oh, hell no.
Like that,
oh, shit. Hell no. Nigga, any nigga touch my kid, it's over with. It's over with. Like, what the fuck you touching a little girl for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, discipline wise, like that.
That's like the mom under that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't even whoop my kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown ass, strong ass man. What I look like whooping my daughter? You know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
I discipline her in different ways. And she responds to it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to, discipline her. If a nigga ever got to that point, then it's smoke.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That's just what it is.
100%.
So, because I wouldn't touch nobody else's kids. That's just me.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't touch nobody else's kids. Mm-hmm. Communication is the best way to get through somebody. Because shit, a nigga like me got whooped growing up, and I still was hard headed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It went through one ear and out the other. You know what I'm saying? Whoopings, they're essential, but they really don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's deep.
Communicate with your kid. If you have a child, communicate with them. See what they like, see what they don't like. And just be there for them. Because either way, when they get older, they're going to do what the fuck they want to do anyway. Because a lot of people like us, we did what we want to do as soon as we got out the fucking crib. So, just be there for them. Guide them. Lead them in the right direction.
I like that. We're going to switch topics real quick. I'm going to ask you something because... we're in a world, I feel like, of the OnlyFans era right now. A lot of women is doing that. How do you feel about OnlyFans? Because you dated women with OnlyFans. Do you feel it's a bad thing? Do you feel like what's your take on it right now? That I give you mine.
Okay. Could I date a woman with an OnlyFans? Mm-hmm. It depends on the content. You know what I mean? If she's just showing her body and feet pics and shit like that, yeah, I can date you.
Okay.
But if that's your life, you know what I'm saying, I can't fuck with you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's your life, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to control you by any means. You know what I'm saying? But if that's your life, then I can't really fuck with you all the way. So you gotta have more shit than that, than just OnlyFans, because it's fairly new. You know what I'm saying? It's only been out for about 3 years, 3-4 years, but I can date somebody with OnlyFans.
Okay, but it depends what the content is. So you can.
I can't date a female that's fucking a dildo or
doing wild shit on
it.
Yeah,
showing
too much,
doing way too much.
Like she's like some lingerie and shit like that. You cool with that? Lingerie, feet pics,
lingerie,
like that.
Yeah.
But like if she butt naked, fingering herself and shit like that, you cool with that?
That's a little tough. That's a little tough because I don't want nobody seeing my girl goodies.
Yeah, you know I was saying that to somebody. I forgot.
I don't want nobody seeing my girl's goodies. But if I'm really in love with her and she's dedicated and she's loyal, you know what I'm saying? Do your shit. I ain't gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Do that shit without me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think because I don't know. I can. Not to knock nobody, I think the women are grinding, they getting their money, and by all means, get your paper. If niggas gonna pay and trick, it's cool. I don't know if I can personally be with a woman with an OnlyFans. I think in your way, I might be able to. She's showing feet pics, lingerie, it's not too crazy. But if you on there like getting your shit beaten by another nigga, or
that's out.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's out.
You know what I mean? But like, there's a lot of women out there that might have like sex. And the thing I think about OnlyFans that they forget is like, this is the thing that they forget. Like, say you have a kid. They're in school too. I don't never want my kid to be able to get brought something that you doing on some shit for some passive income now. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a young kid, when they grow up, that they get bullied. And you know how school is. A kid would be quick to be like, "Oh, I got your mom only butt naked on here." Like, nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? And I think when women are doing it, they're thinking about the bag right now. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with that. If you ain't got no obligations, you really don't care what goes on with your kids and shit. That's your life. It's your kid. Do what you want to be. But I think like. I was telling somebody like about like even stripping and OnlyFans and shit like that. It's cool, get your paper and shit like that, but I feel like you have kids and shit like that, you do gotta think about the bigger picture because at the end of the day, a lot of people are doing this. They're not like flying out to another city. They're doing this in the same city because it's like if you seen Players Club. So I seen Players Club when Diamond was there, and then the teacher came in there. Anybody can come in there and see you.
I think it's different to date a stripper though. I think it would be a little bit harder to date a stripper than an OnlyFans person because you can have an OnlyFans page, and you going, you know what I'm saying, it's the internet. It might be a motherfucker in New York, subscribe to it, California.
But you can't control who subscribes to it too, though. You know what I'm saying?
True, but if you at the strip club, motherfuckers can be regulars. And you know what happened at strip clubs when you pay that extra $1.
Yeah,
You
you
know
get
what I'm
real.
saying?
Yeah,
So I would feel
'cause you
more
think you
confident
date a
with my
stripper?
girl with a. Could I did? Hell no. I couldn't date no stripper. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I just think,
I ain't gonna lie, bro, because I'm
I think
selfish
if
for
we,
my female.
I think if I'm just having fun with a chick, I can do that. Like you stripping and OnlyFans. If I know it's not serious, we just having fun together. I know we not on no. Yeah, we just kicking.
If it's wifey, no.
But wifey, my girl, I'm planning on married, having a kid with, nah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Cool. Just because I just know the bigger picture. I think I just got like, I'm not a person that do anything for money, and I feel like we're in a state now that people will do anything for money, kind of like people will just bust it open, put a fucking screwdriver in their ass for $1. Like it's crazy nowadays. And I just think that like if you're gonna do it, just be aware of what you're doing and think about don't just think about the money right now. Think about the bigger picture. Does it fit your lifestyle? Is it are you cool with the consequences that could come behind that? If you don't care about that, then to each his own.
I don't think it's no consequences. I just think if you're single, you're young. You know what I'm saying? You're not in a relationship. If you're a young, pretty female, and that's what you like, do that shit. Do it all the way.
That's cool.
You know
But there all these consequences though. When my concept, I'm not saying like you're gonna get in trouble or go to jail or something. I'm talking about like the you know what I'm saying. People see. I'm thinking about people. I think people think that people are not gonna see that. If you're like say you don't want your, I think your family can see that. Certain people that. So you have to think about that too. Not saying if you don't care, then cool. But I'm saying. Make sure when you're doing stuff like that you're ready for whatever else comes with it, because like that can come with it. People seeing that you don't want. Because I think when people do it, they're thinking like, okay, if, like even me, if I was a guy and I knew motherfucker wasn't gonna see that shit and I can get some money, cool. If the motherfucker's in a whole different state, right? I might be cool with it too. Like, okay, I might fuck this chick on OnlyFans and get this bag, but at the same time, I don't know if I'd be comfortable with my niece seeing some shit like that. She'd go across the internet and see me naked on Twitter, fucking a chick. I wouldn't be comfortable with that, or kids or family members and stuff like that. So when I be thinking about that, like even on Twitter, I used to see like chicks post OnlyFans and everybody on there butt naked, like I don't follow them, like somebody retweeting it, playing with their pussy. And I be thinking in my mind. They might not think about it. I think my mama like, what do your parents be thinking? Or like, what do your kids be thinking? Like, because it's just right here. It's like easy access. I can literally just click this picture and you butt naked in the video doing this. And I'm thinking like, I don't know how people can do that. Yeah. I think about that type of thing. I've always been a big, deep thinker. So I just think about shit like this. I always wonder what they're thinking when they do it. Like, do you even care or you don't care? It's not my business. If that's what you want to do, cool. But I always think about that. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people don't really think about that. I think they think about the money now. And they don't think about the effect it can have on your kid in school, like somebody bullying them or bringing that to their attention. Like, I got your mom OnlyFans, here's your mom naked, like trying to be funny, you know what I'm saying? They're clowning each other and stuff like that. And I think I heard a story about, this was a crazy thing. I knew this was going to happen too. I heard about a kid, I think he like committed suicide or something because he got bullied at school because his mom had OnlyFans. Like it was kind of thing. Like where the kids
shit could happen.
Kids was teasing him about it, and he ended up killing himself about that. Some story I seen online. I don't know if it was a true story made up, but I seen it online. I was like, damn, that's crazy. And I was thinking like that's the times we're heading into. Like you could be a woman to do that, right? Like I feel like. And not only women, men too, whatever you're doing, I feel like we're in a time where people don't think about the deeper or bigger picture. People are just doing things for the money grab now. They're like, fuck it, I can get this money, think this, but you got to think about things, small elements, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And
be comfortable with whatever comes back.
Everybody's money hungry right now. So, I mean, if for a female, I feel like as a female, it's so many ways to...
Oh, this is the biggest
to get a bag.
Oh, right now,
you can go on there and just post feet.
Yeah,
pics.
there's ways to finesse. There's ways to
finesse.
And that's why we're in a time now where I feel like this is probably the easiest time for a woman to become a millionaire off of hustling and doing shit like that. But there is ways to do that without doing it so crazy too. You can finesse it in a certain way where it don't even look bad. But I think people's going all out. Like when if you go on Twitter, I don't know if you got a Twitter, bro. It's crazy.
I got Twitter. Twitter definitely a porn site.
All you see is, I'm like, God, is this Twitter porn, nigga? Like, all I see is chicks busting it open and getting fucked by niggas and OnlyFans going. I never seen so many porn stars in my life. I'm like, this shit is crazy.
Yeah, but at the same time, that exposes, who the person is as a person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you young, okay, do your thing, run up your bag. But if you got 2-3 kids, you got a real household, you shouldn't be putting that shit out there. You know what I'm saying? But, to each his own, I don't judge. So, if that's what you're doing, shit, I salute you.
And then I see, this is another thing I think is really, really crazy to me. This might be me tripping. I see a lot of people doing shit like that, but looking for love at the same time. So I'm saying, like, even that, it can affect your love life. Like, say, if you got an OnlyFans, you're doing shit like that, I think your selection of men trying to date you kind of slims in that way too.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of you can get money, but you're taking an L somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So of course, you're gonna meet men that's not gonna respect you as much because they're like, oh, bitch, you out here busting it open. I don't know if I can take you serious. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I can't. You getting money, that's cool, but in the long run, I think it can affect like. Are you cool with like, you know what I'm saying, when you present that to a man, it's definitely going to be a problem a lot of times, unless they're living that kind of lifestyle too.
I feel like, okay, if a female came to me and was like, okay, look, I fuck with you and I'm digging her, but I got an OnlyFans. I'm going to give her a shot. I ain't going to be insecure about it, you know what I'm saying, as far as like, you can't do this, you can't do that, because at the same time, you can't control a motherfucker.
100%.
You can't control them, so it just depends on what type of shit they doing. Where I can be like, okay, I'm in, I support you, you know what I'm saying, you need me to record, I'll record it for you, you know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying, if you doing some other shit, you know what I'm saying, got partners on there fucking and shit, I can't fuck with
that. That's all, and I think about this too, like saying, I just think so deep about shit. I was just thinking about from the outcome as far as, that was my dryer excuse that, don't worry about, that was the dryer going off, shit get on my nerves. But as far as, say you date a woman that did have OnlyFans, right? And now she don't got it no more. But her and her previous partner used to be fucking on her. She still got up. She's making money from that.
Oh shit.
For me, it's like,
Oof.
we know women they have partners before, but I think me being able to see the actual visual is different. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can do it. I don't want to see I don't want to be able to like my niggas can look up, yo, you getting your shit blasted by another nigga. We all know y'all fucking, but I think the OnlyFans is changing where a nigga can go see it. I don't know if I can do that. That's different.
I can't do it. I wouldn't go watch it. I would say that
I can't do it.
If she was to tell me after a while, like, yo, we've been fucking around for a few months, she's like, I got OnlyFans, and my ex partner on there, I'd be like, damn, okay. But I wouldn't stop fucking with her because of that. I just wouldn't go see it visually. I think when men go see shit visually, that's when they mind get fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
I think I could do it. I just can do that. I don't think I can do it just because I know what's out there visually, and I know.
But you gotta think though. Every girl that you probably fucked with in the past got a sex tape.
They might be 100%.
And probably still saved to this day.
100%, but that's not gonna get out there. That's different. Like I feel like you gotta think about that. A lot of females do have sex tape, but they're not going out and showing it. OnlyFans is like you can go look it up.
Facts.
So it's a difference. Like we all know. That's what I'm saying. The difference for me is like we all know a woman has a past, but I think the visual of it, like if I know you got a past when you fuck niggas, I can't visual it. You know what I'm saying? But me being able to know when I go, let me go to your OnlyFans page, boom, it's right here.
So what if she was breaking you off some bread about it? So what if she was breaking you off a percentage of her OnlyFans? How would you feel? Would you be supportive of it? And if she was really running it up?
I can't do, she's fucking niggas up. And the way you said, like, if she's showing like feet pictures and like lingerie and some sexy shit, and she's letting me, like, say if we got to understand that she's breaking it down, babe, look, if she got brownies, like, look, if you're not comfortable with this, I'm gonna do that, I can fuck with it. If she's like, look, I ain't gonna do that, but I'm running this bag up, I'm gonna just show some like, some lingerie pics, show some feet pics, maybe a little titty pictures and shit like that. If it's like on that, it's like, that's not as bad as me. You actually getting rammed on her by a nigga. I don't know if I can go back and
Yeah, I wouldn't go
look at that.
You know what
I
mean?
mean?
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't
That's
subscribe.
different.
I wouldn't go look at it.
That's different.
I think it's different in regards to that. Because
100%.
niggas are visual. You know what I'm saying? The females we look at are visual. We see some titties, like, damn, I want that. We see some ass. You already know how men act off the ass. So, seeing somebody else that you care about getting fucked, that would bring somebody else.
I just can't. I think, and I'm just speaking from a wifey perspective. I'm trying to wife you with something serious, like I see a future with you, maybe marriage, whatever the case might be. I'm just saying from that aspect. We just vibing on some type of shit. But I think communications is key because I'm big on like, I know what I can take and what I can't take and what I can deal with, what I can't. I'm gonna cut this fucking dry off. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah, that shit crazy. We gonna run a shot though.
Want a shot up? It's good.
We got a shot.
It's good. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Appreciate you having me on the podcast.
Oh, come on, man. We gotta have a podcast. It's only right, baby. But like I was saying, as far as that part, I think like in a serious aspect, wifey and being together, I can't do it. Depending on, like you said, the circumstances. Not saying you can't have OnlyFans. It just depends what you're doing. I don't know if I can be cool with like, you got 1,000 videos of you and your ex fucking on there. You I don't know, because I'm a person like, I think too deep for that. Some people can, and I'm not nobody to do that. I just think I think too deep.
You gotta be strong-minded. You gotta be
You
strong-minded.
gotta be very strong-minded.
You gotta be strong-minded, and you gotta know at the same time, everybody got an ex. She fucking with you now, so it's on you to, you know, not saying you are.
Yeah. I'm about to say, like, I don't
want insecurity or show anything of that sort.
That's just not for me. I just I'm not in the wrong for nobody else. I think it's not for me. Like I said, like, when I, dealt with women and they talk about past situations and shit, it's like, okay, cool, I can't visualize it. Everybody has a past. Everybody mess with somebody. I just have limits to certain things, and I'm big on like this. I'm big on not selling a dream. And what I mean by that is, like, I like a woman to lay it out how, if you're comfortable who you are, you should never have to lie about things to whoever you're dealing with. You should be able to tell them this is who I am, and if you choose to, it gives somebody a choice. Because I feel better if you give me a choice. If you done did a crazy shit in your past,
right?
I like you just. I'm big on this. So I was telling my homeboy just tell us. I'm big on, like, lay out the bad shit right now, so we got nothing but look good to look forward to. And versus, like, I don't want to know about shit slowly over time because it's slowly gonna turn me off. If we get all this shit out right now, boom, I can choose to fuck with it or not. Right? And then if I get over and get fucked with it, I know I got nothing but good to look forward to because we already got all the extra, whatever shit you did in your past out, we got that out of the past. So let me ask you this. I was talking to somebody else about this too. Let me ask you this. Are you a person that cares about a woman's past? How do you feel about that?
When I was younger, yeah, I used to. When I was like late teens, early 20s, yeah, I would care about somebody's past and, like, you knew him and all that type of shit. But nowadays, no, because I got a past and everybody else got a past. You know what I'm saying? I can't control your past. You know what I'm saying? If the connection's real, then I'm gonna fuck with you. I don't care about your past.
Is there any? So let me ask you this then: is there anything like a deal breaker that you can hear from a woman about her past that will make you not fuck with her, or is it just like it's all I don't want to hear about it? Are you one of those? Do you ask about a person's past or you don't?
I really don't ask, like, all the way. Like, I'm not about to ask, like, how many bodies you got? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of childish. To me, at least. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to ask, like, how many bodies you got? You know what I'm saying? Like, now if a motherfucker come out to me and be like, hey, I got 80 bodies. I've been trained.
It's a wrap.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you.
Okay, let me ask you this. Could you, so okay, boom. If a chick, is there a number in your mind? Like, if you don't ask about this body count, she just tells you out of nowhere. Is there a limit to you where you're like, I can't do this?
Nowadays, I mean, you gotta think.
Cause women, they all gonna lie about their body.
Exactly. Nowadays, women and men, niggas is smashing shit. Like, motherfuckers, you can smash a chick tonight and not talk to her the rest of your fucking life on a one night stand. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit happens a lot. So,
100%.
If a female is like, shit, I got 25, 30 bodies, you're like, fuck.
Cause you work with it still.
I might work with it.
You might work with it.
I'm gonna work with it. Yeah, I mean, you can't. Okay. That's a lot of fucking bodies.
That is a lot of.
That's a lot of bodies. But at the same time, I'd rather her be honest.
Yeah, but that's why I was saying that too. Because you know what? If a chick's being honest with me and she let me know what it is, I just like to know. I like to know. Not saying like I need to know the body count. I like to know if it's niggas I know personally. I like to know that.
Just if it's niggas I know, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it depends how I know them too. If it's my main niggas, it's a no.
Yeah.
If it's like niggas I see in passing, I say what's up to it. I don't really got a relationship like that. Right. It's good. I ain't really tripping off that. You know what I'm saying? So.
Facts.
Hey, who you calling
for? That's my brother.
Okay, so.
Tell him we're doing a podcast.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So you know how I go.
Nah, I couldn't cuff a chick that got hella body. So what's your body count far as like if a female was to tell you?
Oh, it all depends. Yeah. I think honestly I wouldn't want a chick with over 10. But realistically, because not many
over 10?
But that's Come not that, I'm saying in my ideal mind.
Right.
That's like cool. But I feel like my limit is like 20. I feel like 20 is a good solid number. And I feel like, also I go by a chick's age too. Like, if you in your 30s and you got 20, that's not too bad to me. It's like, okay. I don't like it, but it's not bad. It's like,
well, they're not going to keep it real.
They're not going to keep it real because I feel like when a chick tell you she got 10, she might got 30. She might got this. I feel like I've met chicks that kept it real though.
Doing this podcast. Hold on, bro.
You know what I mean?
Nah.
I feel like I've met chicks that kept it real or whatnot, but you know how it goes. People lie and shit like that. It's just like, I just like to know for so nobody can try to stunt on me. Like, tell me the niggas so I don't get, like, tell me what niggas around here that I know personally. So
I think that's in a small city. So if you was to move cities, let's say
the only time women's body counts, the only time women's milestone over is when they move to a different state.
So let's say if you move to a new city, right, and you wife a chick, and she got 40 bodies, but you ain't know. You ain't gonna know.
Yeah, you ain't gonna know.
So, out here it's kind of different because
it's just better for me when I don't know the niggas. I think it's better for me when I don't know the niggas. Exactly. When I know the niggas, it definitely matters to me.
But I think that even on the female's perspective too, like if she knows, like, you know, hella her homegirls or people that she know that fucked another nigga, they're not gonna take the nigga serious. They might be like, okay, oh damn, I heard he got some bomb, whatever. I might tap in, but are they gonna cuff him?
Yeah, but I feel like it's kind of a difference with men and women with that a little bit. I hate to say it, there is a double standard with that. There is a double standard. Keep it a buck. Like, women don't like to hear it. There's double standards with women too. There's double standards both ways with things. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there is a double standard with that. And I think what it is because I think it's harder for men to know that their girl got fucked. When you're doing the fucking, it's different when you know your girl's getting fucked by somebody. It's whole different. And it's like, I know we know how niggas talk. Realistic. Women don't know how niggas talk. We talk in them rooms. You talk about I smashed such and such. And I did this.
At the same time,
that shit hit different.
Women talk the same as men.
They do, but we don't care though.
We don't care.
But we know we care about. Okay, for instance, I give you an example. You care more about, like, say you know a nigga he fuck hella bitches and give bitches, and then you trying to wipe a chick, you find out that nigga that be fucking hella bitches fucked you. You kind of feeling away like, hey, you got my bitch too. Like, I don't like that they be able to stunt. Like, I fucked her too. Like, us as men, we got egos. Let's keep it a buck. If it's a nigga that I don't know from another fucking, like, say if I'm fucking with a chick from Tacoma and she fuck with a nigga from Ken I don't know, I don't give a fuck. Right? But when it's niggas around the town, like, say if I'm fucking with a chick and she fuck a nigga that I know that know my boys too, I don't like that the nigga be like, y'all fuck being this chick. You know what I'm saying? I just don't, something about that just like, something about that just don't sit right with me. Now, don't get me wrong, if you keep it 100 as a woman, I might be able to get past it, you know what I'm saying? Like certain things, but I can't get past a lot of it. You done fuck 3 niggas that I know like that, I'd probably a rap. But it's like 1 or 2.
So would you still smash or would you smash? Or
that's what deciphers it though. You know what I'm saying? Just from wifing a chick to just smashing, that's what deciphers. When I kick it with a chick, I know certain things. If I know you just got trained on, you know, if you got had a train around on you, or you fuck 2 niggas, and like you got, you know, but you got a threesome with 2 niggas, that's not a threesome training me to me. 2 niggas to training me. If you got fucked by 2 niggas in one night, it's
so what?
I said, you know, I just try to say, I be hating when people try to say a threesome, and they try to say a threesome to me is 2 chicks and a man. A train to me is 2 men and a woman. That's a train. But women be trying to say, so if a woman says she had a threesome, you may have to say you got to make sure you decipher what the fuck you mean by that.
A train is 2 men and 1 female, or more, 2 or more men and 1 female.
Threesome is 2 women is a man.
Exactly.
So I think I can get past more of a threesome with a woman, 2 women and a man. Like a woman I fuck with and she had a threesome with an ex-boyfriend or something with another woman. That doesn't bother me as much as like if I know you fuck 2 niggas, I can't do that.
Nah,
that's crazy.
I'm cool.
Even a threesome kind of pushing it.
You know what I'm saying? Even if that shit happened to you, just don't tell me.
Nah, I didn't know. I didn't know because I can't think. If I know the niggas, like I didn't know, so I can X this out already. I don't want that shit popping up. We a year in, and I done found out 2 niggas I know done trained you back. Nah, I can't do that.
Okay, so if you a year in, and you find that out, and you deeply in love with your chick, you just gonna leave her?
Rap. Sorry. Rap. I can't do certain things I can't do. That might sound shallow, but it's honest. No. That's why I be telling women from the get-go when I kick with a woman, right? I know we're gonna see a serious situation, right? Lay that shit now, because the truth always comes to the light. I promise. Somehow the shit always comes back to me. Right. Somehow. So I always tell women, lay that shit out and let me decipher what I want to do. Stop selling fucking dreams. What a lot of women will do is try to sell your dream. They low body counts. They ain't fuck with this many niggas. Ooh. But over time, shit always comes out. And then you're going to waste your time, you're going to waste my time. It's better to lay that shit out so I know what I'm dealing with and you know what you're dealing with. If a woman act like, say, like, if I go out, I was saying this to somebody else. If I go out and a woman hugs me, like, I'm out with my chick, my woman, right? And I see a chick out, she hugs me. My girl asks me what it is. I'm going to keep it 100. But if she asks me how I fuck, I will tell her probably, like, I fucked a long time ago. But I'm going to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Versus, like, I just feel like when you start lying, you gotta remember them and be on top of it.
You gotta build it into your life.
Yeah, you gotta keep doing. And I don't got the energy to keep doing that. So I'm like, if you want to accept me for me or not, just like I want you.
As you get older, though, does that shit really matter?
It don't matter, but it do matter. Like I told you, I don't really care about body counts too much, unless it's like a crazy number. Like, of course, I wouldn't want a chick over 20, of course. But they might have that. Cool, right? If I don't know the niggas, I might be able to get over. But I'm like, I'm not sitting here like asking you, tell me every nigga you fuck with, write them down. I'm more just like, tell me niggas that you know I know so I can get away from my awkward situation. If I know you fuck the chick I'm fucking with, right? I'm probably not, just let me know that so I don't bring her to you and it's an awkward situation. But we're like, I can feel energies. I done been a plenty time to talk to chick, brung her around and one of the homies smashed and they're acting weird. You know what I'm saying? Right. You gotta tell the niggas acting funny, doing weird shit, the bitches acting weird. You're like, okay, something's weird, something's off. Right? I'm big on, I can always tell that. So it's best to like just tell me that so I like to know that so a nigga can't try to stunt on me. If nigga says it to me, I'm like, man, I already knew that, nigga. I don't give a fuck about that. Versus like, I don't want to know freshly from the nigga. Don't tell me that because that make me not trust you no more. Like, damn, you knew this is my nigga and you fucked him and you didn't say nothing. Let's say that so I can know what it is so a nigga can't try to stunt on me. That's my whole thing. I'm not sitting there asking you to write down your body counts and shit like that. So body counts to me matter to a sense of play. It's not a big deal, but it's a deal where it's just like, I just want you to respect me and at least let me know what I'm getting myself into. So exactly. I have a choice of what I want to do.
Body counts at my age right now, it really don't matter to me. Mm-hmm. Just don't tell me. I don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna
so you ain't asking? Basically, you don't ask.
If I'm talking to a chick, I ain't gonna ask her. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of like premature. At the same time, like, hey, you know, how many niggas you fuck? You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna ask that because men, we done had our fair share. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, that causes insecurities. I feel like that does at the same time. Like, okay, damn, okay, you got this many body counts, okay. Do I know any of them? And that's where the fucking shit just trickles down. Yeah. So, you know, to each his own. Yeah. I'm not about to ask you off the rip, like, you know what I'm saying, if I'm fucking with you tough, how many body counts you got? You know what I'm saying? If you want to spread that to me and give me that knowledge, then, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to accept it, but I ain't going to ask you.
Yeah, I don't really ask the body counts. I'm more just ask, like, who I know that you mess with. Just let me know that, and I feel like just so I can just know what I'm getting myself into. I don't want to be with you a year down the line and I keep running into niggas I know I'm cool with it. You know, fuck them. It's an awkward situation. You know
I feel like that's small time business though. That's small town business. Shit. God damn.
But that's why I ask, like, if I'm in Tacoma and I meet a chick in Tacoma, I know a lot of people out here, so it's more like, okay, you know, if your bitch follow me on Instagram, you see niggas I'm posting up with, just let me know. Oh, y'all know your boy from a long time ago there. Is that cool with you or not? You know what I'm saying? I'd rather.
So what's the time limit? So let's say if you was fucking with a chick, hypothetically, and I smash.
I don't know if I can do it.
6 years ago.
If you smash, I can't do it, bro.
6 years ago.
Certain niggas I can't do it. Certain niggas, because you might.
Why is that though?
I just think for me.
What if it was a one night stand?
Even that, bro, it's just too. It's just okay. I think it's just my ego wise. It's just like I can do it. It had to be like if you so say if I got a crew of like at least 10 niggas I really fuck with, like you, my nigga Marcel, Taryn, Quick, like that. You fuck one of them, it would have to be like high school days or something. Like y'all fuck right. Somebody fuck one time, you keep it on 100, whatever. I could probably get past that. But it's just like, if it was like a couple of y'all or so, I couldn't probably do that. Because it's just like, I know I'm going to be around you. You're going to be, if you're my girl, you're going to be around them. And I'm just a deep thinker. Not everybody's like that. Like, you might not a deep thinker like that. I'm just a deep thinker. Like, I'll think about it when we're around each other. It make me feel weird. You know, so I'm like, that's kind of awkward. Yeah. But like I told you, I can get over. But if I'm really digging you as a woman, and will make me dig you more is you keep it at 100. Like, damn, you know what? Fuck all that. She kept it 100 with me. And a lot of bitches ain't going to say shit. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So her doing that is going to make me fuck with you versus you not saying anything. Because you got people that's not going to say shit. And then you're going to find out the hard way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to find out that way. I want you to tell me, let me get up. If I don't like it, I'll probably get over it and still fuck with you. Or if it's something, it's a deal breaker for me, it's a deal breaker for me. But that's my life and for me to decide. It's not fair I feel like it's not fair for either parties if they're not telling me and you're basically kind of selling me a dream or like selling me a lie. You let me get with you off a lie. You're not keeping it 100. And I feel like that could trickle down to some other things too. Like say if you fucking with a woman and she knows some information like that and she don't tell you. So it goes both ways. Like,
what if she's trying to protect you and be like, okay, I really fuck with this nigga. If I tell him, then I'm gonna lose him.
No, that's not protecting shit because at the same time you can put yourself by not to me telling. Mm-hmm. Letting it know to me is like, okay, if a nigga really rock with you, he gonna get over it. And he gonna fuck with you. But to me, if you don't say nothing, you don't know what the man's thinking, and you could waste your time too. Because say if you go a year down the line, and then the nigga tells him, I got something to tell you. I fucked your chick a long time ago or something. Shit like that. Then what? Then you don't waste a year of your time. You waste a year of my time. So it's best to get that shit out and let it. And then after that, you know what's out there. You're gonna have a breath of fresh air versus like you're holding this secret. You're gonna run into they're friends, so they're gonna run into each other.
So you're a person of when you meet a chick, you really fuck with her. Open communication.
100%. That's all it is.
Lay it on the table.
Lay it out on the table. I'm not saying like
how soon.
Huh?
How soon?
I just feel
because it takes a lot to open up. Like even like for myself, I'm not about to open up to a chick immediately.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? That's gonna take me a minute. So, what's your timeline on she coming out and just being completely honest with herself and 100 with herself?
I think it's like this. If you're dealing with somebody and they ask you a question, it's like if we kicking it, it's our third time kicking it.
Third time.
It might be our third time kicking it. And I ask you, if I ask you something like that, I just feel like if you're comfortable in your own skin, you should be able to say, your life is your life. You did what you did, right?
Right.
So you should be comfortable in yourself to be able to lay out. This is who I guess I'm just different. I'm comfortable with myself enough. So if a woman asks me, that I can just lay it out and be like, look, you deal with it or not. I'm giving you the choice. I want to know because I know if you get past that and you're fucking with me, you really fuck with me, right? Versus I'm not gonna not say nothing about certain things because I know we can waste each other's time and it can backfire later on. And I've had that happen both ways, on my side and on the woman's side in the past. So now I'm just at a point now that's me, that I'm older, that I'm more like.
You older, you got a different
my mindset. No, but
I think different shit than
my younger.
I feel like
my younger ways was worse, bro. I'm like, bitch, how many bodies you? I was on that type of time. How many bodies you got? I'm not, and I was running around hustling and shit, so I didn't give a fuck about no chick. I was on some just like pipe them and keep it. I wouldn't want a wife, nothing. I was on some. I'm a Mac. Fuck these hoes. I'm just trying to smash them. I was on that time, but then I got older and I met different chicks that I vibe with and have more. I feel like more to offer and had good chemistry with. It's more like okay. If I'm dealing with you, don't make me look stupid. That's my big thing. Don't let me look. I'm big on respect and making me look stupid. If you're my woman, you should be able to keep. There should be an open line of communication that I know what the fuck's going on. So no nigga could ever come and stun on me. If I already know, that you smashed and I'm fucking with a chick, it's way better if you can't be like, I already know that. I ain't tripping off that. We had a conversation. It just looks like we fuck with each other more than it being a surprise. Oh, what? That happened? What? She didn't tell me. You know what I'm saying? Alex makes you look like you guys ain't really that. Y'all would not be really that connected if you don't know that.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? You been my man rocking. She know she don't see me in Dallas or whatever the case may be. We kicking with each other, woo woo. And then I find out you fuck, and she know I've been kicking with you. I feel like that's foul on her part because it's like you should make and even on your lady. Like if I'm gonna say, I'm not saying just for guys. I've had situations where I was kicking with a woman, and we was going to her friend's house to kick it, and I didn't know. This is a long time ago. So I was dealing with a woman. She was like, let's go to my friend's house. Okay, well, I go to the friend's house. I had messed with the friend. And then
that shit was awkward.
It was kind of a little awkward. The friends looking like, hey, but she didn't say that when we left the park, left the spot. I tapped Shorty on the ground. She was like, oh, girl, was that kind of awkward? I was like, I'm going to keep it buck with you. I fucked with her in the past. I didn't know y'all was friends. And she respected it. She respected it more. She was like, you know what? Thank you for telling me. Because she said, I know how she be acting. I don't want her to try to throw it in my face. So when the chick did try to double back and tell her, she's like, oh, my mom man already told me that. You look more like y'all more like damn, you know what I'm saying? Versus like the bitch trying to it go both ways. The bitch might try to stun on you like, oh yeah, I used to fuck with him alone. You know how bitches be try to be funny, but it's like if you already know the bitch can't stun on you, she's like, oh yeah, we already talked about that. You already talked about I ain't tripping off that shit. We got boom.
Right.
So that's my whole thing is like, don't make me look dumb. Don't have me out here around niggas and niggas done fucked on you and shit. And you ain't keeping on. I should know that. So when nigga ever try to come up and stun on me, it's like nigga, I been know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about that. Not saying nigga might not say nothing, but if he does. I already know. I don't want it to be a surprise when it comes to my attention. Like, oh my God, I didn't know. We sitting here, I'm arguing with the bitch because I didn't know. And it's like a weird conversation. Then after that, I feel like that could trickle down into trust now because you're like, once that one thing opens, like, what else have you not told me? You know what I'm saying? So once you keep that, I feel like once you do that, it can go both ways. But it depends who you are as a person. Because if you're a person like you don't care, you don't know.
Right.
I feel like for you, it might be different. If it comes out, you might be like, I don't care anyway.
I just think it's an open line of communication.
That's what I mean.
I just think it's an open line of communication. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to dig into your past, especially around this one. You know what I'm saying? I'll dig into your relationships and see where shit went wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how can, you know what I'm saying? What did you contribute to that relationship failing or, vice versa? And just trying to make the shit the right way because, nigga, relationships is hard. And you said if I get into a relationship, I want it to work, especially at this age. You know what I'm saying?
100%, bro.
I ain't about to just waste my fucking time with somebody.
And that's what I was saying about it. I like an open line of communication. I like, me personally, I'm just different from everybody. Like, some people don't want to, like, I was talking to somebody else that they were in the same time you was on. Like, I don't want to know you about your past. And I'm not a person to say I want to know about your past. I just want to know about certain things. This is more so I know what I'm getting myself into. I'm just big on this. Like, some people don't care, and some people, like, I'm a person, I just want you to lay it out now. So, moving forward, I know it's nothing good from here. I got all the bad out. I know whatever things you did in your past. Because, like, we all make mistakes. A lot of people did things in their past that you're like, we're not all fond of.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it still made you as a person. And you have to go through the mistakes and things in your life to grow who you are now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Life's a big lesson. I always say that. So it's big to, like, learn them lessons and go through different things like that. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna respect you a lot more when you keep it a buck with me, and then we can get past that. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's different. You know, some people don't want to know the past. I personally not saying like I gotta know everything about your past, but I just want to know certain things so I know what I'm getting myself into. That's all. That's how I think of it. That's all.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Man, what a fucking, what a topic that is, because nigga, that's a sensitive thing of going on, in this world now, relationships, like, because I feel like nowadays, where we at now is the hardest to get in a relationship and then maintain a relationship.
Oh boy, it's not like I was saying that not too long ago too. Like, we're not in the days of our parents and grandparents where they stay together 20, 30 years. It's like every long time now, people are like, oh, they all stay together 5 years, 4 years, like a long time now, because I feel like I told you, social media and stuff like that played a part. Like back in the day when they didn't have social media, you gotta think of your parents was arguing. One might just go sleep in the other room for a couple of days, then come back to the table, I apologize, I'm sorry, I got time to think on it. Versus now you're gonna argue with your woman or your man, well, fuck her, go in the DMs and start tapping with somebody else.
Exactly.
So people don't
attention.
The attention's crazy. If you got a good looking woman, you gotta think, if you're not on your toes 24/7, y'all have a problem. There's 1,000 niggas in DM every day trying to get her. So if you ain't got a solid woman that got a good head on her shoulders, she might tap in go on a date with another nigga like, okay, he been.
That's what I don't want. I don't
scary.
want no woman to, we get in an argument, you run into the next man.
And there's a lot, but yeah, I think social media.
You're not gonna last long with me. Shit, even vice versa. I ain't gonna do that shit.
It's corny, but
I'm a person that like work through shit. So,
but I felt the times we in with social media and shit like that shit killed a lot, because I told you, like, that's what people do now. They're like, okay, you get argued with your chick, bad argument. Okay, fuck it, I'm done. But you ain't really done. You might had an argument for that night. Now, did she tapping in with a nigga on Instagram? You tapping in with a bitch on Instagram in the DMs like, oh, I'm trying to kick with you tonight because you're doing it off of temporary feelings.
Right.
And you go do some dumb shit. She might go fuck a nigga. You might go fuck it. She might go on a date. You might go. You know what I'm saying? I just think that it's scary. Like, it's really hard to find good people nowadays. I seen a statistic online. They were talking about. They said more than 50% of women are all in relationship cheating.
Yeah, I mean that's a proven fact. Y'all women do cheat more than men,
and they're slicker.
And y'all slicker.
Don't ever get it confused. Niggas be thinking that they players and these women
are cheating and be sloppy.
They'll be sloppy.
Be 100%.
And women are happy around the nigga that they fucking. They be having like work bulls and shit, all kind of crazy shit, bro. So you gotta be on your toes. You gotta know what's going on, and if you got a solid person, bro, I promise you gotta keep them, because there's not many out here. We're in the days where you gotta think women nowadays didn't have this access to different. You gotta think you got a beautiful woman, right? They got NFL players, rappers. They got access to them now that they didn't have before. When I was in high school, they didn't have access to your girl before. They have. So you got to think they're getting DMs every day. Everything's good. Your woman probably not looking at them DMs. She got them stacking up in there. Boom, 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 boom. Right? Y'all getting an argument. Oh, who hit me up? Oh, the Seahawks player hit me. I'm gonna tap back in with him. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see what he's talking about. I'm gonna tap back with this basketball player. Oh, this dude I already thought was cute from high school, but I got in this relationship with this dude. But now since we beefing, I'm gonna tap back in with him. It's a scary time, bro.
Facts.
So if you don't know what you're dealing with, bro, you gotta be on your toes and know who you're dealing with, and really got a good woman that really know. Even if y'all beefing, she's still gonna really take her time before she busts a move.
Yeah, don't give up easy. But let me ask you this.
Let's go.
When you got into, because this is a different topic.
Let's talk about it. Whatever.
Your podcast.
Mm-hmm.
What is your main purpose with this podcast?
My main purpose with this podcast, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. This was really just a podcast to talk about like shit we're talking about, which is like open up to any different, like say eventually I want to get to the point where I'm in the podcast was like to talk about different topics interview small business people, music, whatever. I want to have an outlet for people. So say like even I got my boy at ETC, my boys at ETC, they got a thing. Basically, I want to have them up here, interview them, and talk about what. So basically, let's say if you're doing music, clothes, whatever your thing is, I might have you up here. If you got a small business or something, say you selling clothes. There's a bunch of people that they don't know what to do. They want to start a clothing line right now, but they don't know what to do.
Right.
So my thing is, you already got it going. So I
Right.
can come here and ask you the steps. What advice do you got for somebody that's trying to start their business? What steps did you take? What hardships did you go through? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What financial things did you go through? There's a business loans that you got. What different things. So my thing is be able to ask somebody of that stature to give it out to the world that somebody else is trying to start their shit, so they can give the information where they took to get there. Because you got to think, us as black people, I feel like if you look at a rich person, right, and they say their kids are rich, with a lot of, not to even single out people, a lot of white people do that have money, right? What they do is they'll have a business. They give the information to their kids and they keep passing it down.
Exactly.
Us as black people, a lot of our parents didn't have the information, so they don't have information to pass down to us. But there's a lot of people that's looking out and getting the information, right? Mm-hmm. So my thing is to bring somebody that has the information onto my thing, and they can give the information out to other people that don't know where, they don't have a parent to look to go get the information from. They don't have somebody to talk to. They're just looking online and seeing somebody that's selling clothes is making $100,000. Like, damn, I wonder what he did. And what a lot of people do is, I was telling my boy Marcel this. What a thing I heard when people like say, the goodest advice I ever got from somebody, I was on a plane going to AZ, right? I've been wanting to open Airbnbs, which I still want to do. And but I would ask somebody that's successful, right? And not saying this didn't play a part in it. What I would hate if I asked somebody else, like, what did you do to get where you're at? Their line would say, I just put a lot of faith in God or something stupid like that. Not saying you didn't put faith in God, nothing wrong with that. But that's not giving me any information to get to where the fuck I want to go.
It's political answers.
They're
not trying to really break it
down.
They're not
trying to break it down.
What they was doing.
And I'm not saying you got to give me your treatment, but it's just like, I feel like there's enough for everybody to eat out here. It's not, you see social media showing that. There's 1,000 people clothing lines, 1,000 things with things going on. So my thing is more like, when I went to AZ and I met this dude on the sitting with this white dude. He was flying out. He had like a wife and a couple of kids and shit. We're sitting on the plane and we just started all chatting, right? And he's like, he asked me, how old are you? And at the time I was like 32 or something, like 32, 33. And he's like, what are you doing and shit? I told him what I was doing. And he was like, he just told me some shit that could change my life, basically. And I'll still appreciate him for that. So he was telling me that he was flying to AZ to go check out his Airbnb and do some upgrades or whatnot, right? He stayed out here in Seattle. Mm-hmm. So he told me he had a house in Seattle that he finally just paid off. He was happy. He said the best thing he did was open Airbnbs, and he's telling me everything he did from the loans to where he started. He said he started at a later age than me. He started in his late 30s. He was like 43. And he was like, you start right now, you can be further where I am. He's telling me he had like 3 houses in the AZ. They got Airbnb now. He just bought his house in Seattle. And he said all he does now is him and his wife and his kid just fly and travel. He said the most he had to do is go check out an Airbnb, do a couple little upgrades, and he works from his phone for the most part. He said he only got to do much. He said he just collects money and he travels. Him and his wife just travel and have fun. And he was like, that's what life's about. He said, I didn't want to be an old man working and breaking my back. And that's where I'm at now. That's why I started this podcast. You asked why I started the podcast. I started the podcast so I noticed that I've been seeing a lot of people on YouTube making a lot of money from just showing their lifestyle. I'm like, bro, they ain't doing. I be doing more shit than they be doing. It be corny niggas on here. Not to knock nobody. You get in your bag 100%. But I be seeing a lot of corny niggas on here. A lot of dumb motherfuckers. I'm like, bro, they making a bag. And all their life is vlogging their life. Podcasting. My main goal is I do music. I want to have merchandise. I want to have my vlog. I want to have my podcast. I want to open Airbnbs. Eventually, I know this is just the start of it. But I'm feeling like a year or two from now, if I start getting them multiple streams of income from these things, then I can actually live a life how I want to live it. I don't want to work a job, bro, and have to ask somebody for a fucking day off. I don't want to have to get up every day and break my back. There's days I don't want to get up. I want to be able to get up when the fuck I want to get up and live my life. I want to have money where I can be like, X, you come down here, you might be like, oh shit, I ain't got the money right now. I'm buying you a ticket. I want to have money like that where I can help my peoples out and help my friends out. And likewise, I want to be able to have a platform and be able to give you information and be like, X, I did this. You need to do this too. Go open your whatever you're doing. Hey man, shoot videos of your coaching. Get that shit off. Get money from this. I'm big on that. I'm not a selfish person. I'm big on like any way I can help my friends in any kind of way. If I got information, I want to give it to us all because I want us all to live a life we want. I want us all to be able to travel on a dime. Oh, actually, want to go to Jamaica? Let's go to Jamaica tomorrow. Boom, boom, boom. I want to be like that. I don't want it to be like, oh man, I gotta go check with my job and see if I gotta see how much PTO I got. I don't want to be 50 years old with a fucking hunchback because I've been fucking working jobs and breaking my back, bro.
You got to. Yeah, I think it's important to, have that mindset and strive to be financially free and just be free
100%.
in life, you know what I'm saying? So that you can move accordingly how do you want to move and, do what you want to do in this life. So definitely understand where you're coming from. I salute you, starting this podcast, you know what I'm saying? Having me on here. Whoever watching, I appreciate you watching. Appreciate y'all, having me on here. So more to come. So we got a lot more.
Yes,
in store.
More topics.
Coming inside. Hopefully the next podcast is in Dallas.
So we can do it anyway. I'm doing it for the phone. It's good.
Hopefully the next podcast in Dallas. So he get out here vlogging, seeing his transition, his growth within this media industry, and we support him. If y'all watching this, support him, subscribe, and support. It ain't nothing to click a button and subscribe. It is free.
Get it.
So
okay, make sure you follow my podcast. Both my podcasts. You got Vibing with Beamin. You got Beamin's Vibe Session is this podcast. Follow me, Beamin Music. What's your Instagram?
Xavier.B__.
Let's go. I'm gonna make sure
I'm
gonna make sure I put it on here. We're gonna make sure y'all follow all my music, Beamin Music, Tidal, Spotify, Apple, all that good stuff. Tapping in. We're gonna end this podcast. We're about like an hour and some change in. I appreciate you for being on there, my niggas. Much love, and you know what it is. Make sure you holler at your boy. Let's go.
Let's take a shot to the end.
Let's get it. Holla.